Hey everyone, it is RemanX here with my very, very good friend Valleyflyin. Say, hey Valley.
Hey, Valley.
That's not
What
how
is up,
this.
brother? How are you been?
What's up, man? So we're following up on a video that you idea that you had the top 5 underrated characters on your roster, and you made a list over on your channel. So make sure you guys go check it out after you guys watch this video because it's a little bit different than mine. But I won't. No spoilers. But let's
You
go.
know my list. I don't know your list.
Yeah.
This is gonna be a surprise to me. So,
And that's news to me. All right. Well, first things first, I want to tell you this. This video is now being sponsored by Amazon Coins. This is a great way where you can save some money on your Marvel Strike Force and other in-game purchases. And we're going to go right over to our Amazon. Hey everyone, RemanX here with a brand new way to save money inside of a mobile game. Today's sponsor is Amazon and Amazon App Store. We're going to get right into it. So whether you are a Kraken or this is the first time you've ever spent money on your favorite mobile game, you can download the Amazon App Store following the link in the description, and you will have access to some pretty extreme savings. So how this works is Amazon App Store is available on Android, and you will be able to download the App Store and then find your favorite game. Like we said, Marvel Strike Force is one of those games available there. And you'll see that you can purchase Amazon coins. Amazon coins replace currency in those games. So basically, you'll be able to buy them at a pretty sizable discount. The more you buy, the more you save. So it is actually something that's been one of the secrets of my success and growth is using a value-based system like this. So again, you can follow the download links for the Amazon App Store here, and more importantly, to migrate it, as she has all the instructions you need to get started today and play your favorite games and spend and save inside of them. That's RemanX here. Again, thanks again to our sponsor for sponsoring today's content, and we will check you out in game. And that was that, and it looks like, yeah, looks like right there. Hold on a second here. We got a little hiccup here for a second, but that's okay.
I'm back. There I am.
Wow, little hiccup. Anyway, so just technology here, with your dad. Anyway, so that being said, we're Amazon Coins is a great way. You can find the link in the description over here, and it is. Like I said, if you guys are spending money in the game, why not get a little bit of savings? All right, let's get right to it. So we're gonna start with my first character, and you have no idea what this is. So this should be
Let's see.
This should be a little bit of a surprise to you. Let's go right to it here. All right, so we're gonna start with Vulture, and so Vulture's a very interesting pick, and I think a lot of people have been surprised by him. So if you've lost against a Sinister Six on defense, it may be because they had a Vulture. The early turn speed up, the speed reduction does give that RNG factor. Also, he's an amazing pick in PvP. He actually goes quite a bit faster than some additional characters. So he's someone that's probably sleeping on your roster. Now, the other reason why we're going to talk about him is if you're thinking about going for value through DD3 and DD4, while he doesn't do a ton, he will help you get to that 4th member if you're thinking about DD4. So at a very reasonable cost. Not something I'll probably be doing myself unless I'm trying to go through a lot faster. But because of the speed reduction, the slows, everything he does on all of his abilities, he is quite a good choice. And so we're going to move right on to the next one. So anything you want to say about that, Vulture? How does yours look?
My Vulture's not built very high, but he was a 5th on that Merc team when I was using them in Blitz for a long time because he synergizes so well with a lot of villain teams and a lot of fits. So yeah, he's not a member of my Sinister Six primary squad, but very good on a lot of backup squads. I like this pick. I think people are sleeping on Vulture just a little bit too much.
Yeah, definitely underrated. Probably not on your offense team, but I think he's really good on defense. Next, we're going to talk about is Red Skull and Hail Hydra, and he's got to slip that in there. But if we're going from a perspective of a character that just is underrated. See, a lot of people built him up, put him on defense, and slept on him as far as what he really has the potential to do for you. So if you guys have faced a G14 Red Skull, you probably already know that he can be a headache. But more importantly, now with real-time arena, his special allows you to get a 30% speed fill at all levels. You don't need a ton of resources into it to get that extra speed fill, and so it is really, really, really phenomenal to actually get an extra turn. And so he synergizes really well with a couple of teams, Dead Bros. But that being said, so I pulled him off defense and I'm using him on offense. What about you, Valley?
I have not been brave enough to pull him off defense yet, but I've seen some people placing Zemo with Red Skull on defense. I'm like, ooh, how do I tackle this problem? Because yeah, those two have some very good synergy with each other, especially in PvP and real time arena. And yeah, this is a character I think a lot of people thinking just war defense, but with the introduction of PvP real time arena, I think he's getting a lot more use and versatile because hard counter by the Inhumans on defense, but yeah, when you combine him with other teams, even putting him on offense is good use of a lot of his skills and just not wasting them.
Yeah, and like I said, so I like him paired up with Zemo and other of the Hydra minions and some Hydra named characters. He is actually phenomenal. Gets that early speed up as well. All right, so next up we have Toad.
Oh, I like this pick.
So
it goes along with one of my picks. No spoilers.
No spoilers. Go take a look at it because it's kind of funny. Without even thinking about it, we were definitely wound up with the same thing over here. Now we're gonna talk about Toad from a perspective of what he does in PvP. So first things first, he gets speed fill. Okay. One thing is the more members of the Brotherhood you get, the more speed he gets. But he is just a fast character. Beyond that, he does something very interesting that's potentially going to synergize with other characters and maybe someone to consider for using in some of these harder level raids and DD4. But we're going to talk about it. It's this acid spray. So this acid spray takes all negative effects and prolongs them by a duration of 1. So as a mutant character, something that we're lacking when we're looking at consideration for DD4, he's somebody that was surprisingly versatile. Plus, he's got a lot of sustain built in. He's a dodgy little character, and like I said, when paired with his big bro, he is pretty phenomenal. So, what do you think?
Yeah, I love him paired with his big bro, and a very, very sleeper action on there for PvP and real-time arena, but I cannot argue with you. Acid Spray is a very strong move, that extending those debuffs on the enemy team. We see that in other characters, but not many with a mutant tag for some of these other raids, so that's very important for him. So I like him as a toon, and he probably would be on my list if I had a few more picks on there. This is a great character.
So we're going to talk a little bit about something that he does on his basic here. So offense down for 1 turn and slow for 2 turns. All right. And then, so pretty interesting, powerful basic. So even when he's not attacking with his main abilities, he has a lot of utility, especially when we're talking about potentially bringing him into something like Dark Dimension 4. I don't know that we're going to see a lot of him being brought in there. I think we're probably going to see some more mutants being brought out of the roster. But for me, bringing him up, I've had very little regrets. So next.
Good character.
Yeah, next over here, we're going to go with Mordo.
Oh, I love this character.
Yeah, so you can see I've already invested a little bit in him, and he was my most recent 7 red star pull. And
ooh, my goodness, I'm jealous of that Mordo. That's a great pull.
So I'm telling you right now, one of the things about it is I'm probably on my short list for Dark Dimension 4. And I've had the ability to see into it with Yags, who's done some streams on my channel. He's in the last couple of city nodes, so it is a big deal. He's definitely coming to his own. He's definitely one of these characters that really synergizes well with Hela. You know, the death of any mystic. So Greg feeds him energy and heals him, and so being able to spread those buffs, those debuffs, are probably a big potential way to get around and through these nodes at a reasonable rate.
Yeah. Plus, he's got a turn 1 stun.
Yeah,
and blind. So that is always awesome. And anybody that gets stun on turn 1 is always going to be a big asset. And
stun, slows, blinds, heal blocks. Yeah. So he is just kind of a jack of all trades. And well, luckily that he's a 7 red star G14. I don't have
Oh
to
my
throw.
goodness.
I don't have to throw any
crazy.
more dough at him.
That's crazy.
Bad pun. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah, he's a very good character. And anytime I see him on the AI's enemy team, he's one of the first targets because he can do so much damage, especially with those heal blocks on my team. And yeah, he's a great character. I love him. I love him.
And last but not least is going to be another character, and I think a lot of people probably know that he's got some power. Now, on his wave 1, I think he got the best of the reworks. In my opinion, his base speed is just so insane. The turn rewind, the blind, and being able to pop characters out of stealth. There's just want to be becoming one of probably the my favorite characters in the game. And if you haven't been able to play with him, he's a flex pick for me in real-time arena, and just a really good neglected character by a lot of folks. And in fact, if you're a new player and you just start in the game, this character is someone who's going to get you a long way now that the wave 1 have been reworked.
Yeah, I mean, even back to global launch, I think about how much hate Hawkeye got, but he was a great character back then. He got power creeped a little, and then now with his rework, like you're talking about, brought him up to the level. I mean, you pair him in a wave 1 Avengers team, he has the potential, if the energy distribution goes right, to do an AoE blind on your entire team on turn 1, and that could be devastating. And he's another character. When I see him on an enemy team, he's one of the targets that I go after first because of those blinds, because of those buff removal that he could do. He's very annoying on the enemy team, and I like to have him and as an asset on my team.
Yeah, and so he's a sleeper pick for Dark Dimension 4 because you can pair him up with Ghost and extend those blinds and slows. A lot of control. So he is kind of the stereotype controller where he's got all of those abilities in his kit. And so that's it. Just really quickly, just another quick run through: Hawkeye, Mordo, Toad, Red Skull, and Vulture. So my list is going to be different than Valley's list. Make sure you guys go and check out his list of the channel. Leave a comment on my channel when you come back after you take a look at his. And guys, thank you again for Amazon Coin for sponsoring today's video. And all right, Valley, anything you want to promote while you're here?
I'm surprised that we had no parameters, just 500 rated tunes, that we had all different picks. So I like that we didn't discuss this beforehand. Yeah. And you made some good picks. Go check out the list on my channel, then come back and let RemanX know which list you like better.
All right. And again, thank you guys. See you guys soon. Remember, I do things that you don't have to, and that includes G14, a lot of these characters, and found some use for them. I don't want to accidentally G13. I just so you know, I accidentally G13 the dad bros yesterday, but that's a whole nother story. I'd actually
that's not the worst thing. That's not the worst thing.
It is if you're trying to go into Dark Dimension 4 and you have like 50 SBCs.
Got it.
I've got 50 SBCs right now.
Okay.
Yeah. Cha-ching, swipe my credit card.
Oh,
all right, I'll talk to you guys later. All right, guys, catch you guys on the channel. Thanks again, Valley, for being here. As always, you rock, my friend, and just
thank you for having me on, brother.
Yeah,
this is
absolutely.
awesome.
My absolute pleasure.
Always fun.
Thank you, sir.